Ms. Arya Khan walked into her new school for the first time, her sharp eyes scanning the long, echoing hallways of Ironvale High. She wore a soft gray shalwar kameez and a light scarf that gently framed her calm face, giving the impression of a soft-spoken, humble woman. No one could guess that she held a secret that could shake the very foundations of arrogance and cruelty. She had just transferred from a quiet district school, where respect still existed, to this chaos-driven, discipline-starved institution where students ruled over the system like kings without crowns. The previous teacher of Class 9C had resigned after suffering a nervous breakdown caused by daily harassment from the notorious trio, Ryan, Zach, and Lara, the bullies of the school, children of powerful parents who had silenced many complaints with money or threats. The morning bell rang. Ms. Khan adjusted her teaching bag and walked toward 9C with steady steps, each echo down the hallway full of silent power. As she entered the classroom, murmurs and mocking whistles erupted like a wave. She didn't respond. She gently placed her bag on the table, picked up a chalk, and wrote her name in flawless calligraphy on the board. One of the boys laughed. "What is this, madam? A fashion class or a funeral?" Laughter roared across the room. Ms. Khan turned around, gave a slight smile, and said in a calm tone, "It's a lesson in self-respect. One I hope you'll eventually pass." That line silenced many, but not Ryan, who leaned back in his chair with arrogance and muttered, "Another soft one, perfect to crush." Throughout the week, Ms. Khan endured everything from thrown paper balls to graffiti about her on the desks. Students would imitate her accent, steal her markers, even set her attendance register on fire. But she remained untouched emotionally. She never retaliated, never reported, never even raised her voice. Her silence unnerved some and encouraged others. The bullies thought they had broken her already. But behind her composed eyes, Arya was watching, calculating, waiting. It all came to a boiling point during the school's Independence Day celebration rehearsals. Ms. Khan was supervising a group of students on the sports ground when Ryan tried to trip her with a cricket bat. She smoothly avoided it, as if sensing the attack before it came. That slight motion triggered suspicion in Zach, who whispered, "Did you see that? She moved like Neo from Matrix." Ryan laughed it off, calling it luck. But Zach wasn't so sure. Then came the slap. It happened on a Tuesday, right after the first period bell. Ryan, angry that Ms. Khan gave him a 0 on his science project, because he copied it from Google, stood in front of the whole class and said, "You must be really proud of yourself. But do you know what happens to proud teachers in Ironvale?" She stood silently, holding a folder. "This," he shouted, and before anyone could react, he slapped her. The sound echoed across the classroom like a thunderclap. Gasps filled the air. Lara even recorded it on her phone, thinking it would be another trophy video to mock the teachers. But this time, something changed. Ms. Khan didn't blink. She gently placed her folder on the desk. She looked at Ryan with eyes that now burned, not with rage, but with purpose. Her voice was steady. "I didn't come here to fight children. But if you insist, you must face what comes with it." The bullies laughed. But their laughter died when Ms. Khan slowly walked toward Ryan and in one lightning-fast motion, twisted his wrist and flipped him onto the floor, gently but with undeniable force. Zach jumped to intervene, but before he could throw a punch, she disarmed him midair, kicked his leg, and dropped him to his knees. Lara tried to run, but Ms. Khan simply spun and landed a soft palm strike near her shoulder, making her lose balance and fall backward. It was like watching a martial arts film. But real, raw, and shocking. The class went silent. Phones dropped. Eyes widened. No one had expected this. No one had imagined that the soft-spoken Ms. Khan was a trained 6th Dan black belt in Taekwondo, certified in Krav Maga and former instructor at a women's defense academy. She never used her skills unless necessary. Today, it was necessary. She stood tall, adjusting her scarf, and spoke with a voice that carried through walls. "You don't fight evil with anger. You conquer it with discipline, skill, and patience. I gave you a chance to learn. But you spat on it. Let this be your lesson." The principal rushed in, having heard the commotion, and was stunned to see the situation. Parents were called. Some tried to threaten lawsuits, but the class footage showed the slap clearly, and her act of defense. Students who once mocked her now stared in awe. Rumors of the fighter teacher spread across the school like wildfire. She became a legend by lunchtime. But this was just the beginning. Because what Ms. Khan had just done was declare war on the culture of bullying in Ironvale High. And she wasn't going to stop until every child, victim or villain, learned the meaning of respect, not through fear, but through truth.